Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching Zom 100 episode 6. Now before we get into this, we gotta talk because there's some stuff going on with this show, with the studio and the development team and stuff, and it's looking kind of grim, unfortunately. It really sucks that this is happening with this show in particular because this is one of my favorite shows of the season, and things just aren't going well. There are studios and stuff dropping off that were apparently helping with it, and it's just not really looking all that great for the show. The release window for stuff has been pushed back. Like, I think we're getting an episode next week, but apparently the week after that is another 2 week waiting period. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but we'll be lucky to finish season 1 in a timely fashion. Almost impossible we'll get a season 2, which is that's really unfortunate, but you know, that's kind of how it goes, I guess. But fingers crossed. Maybe it's not as bad as it's sounding, but for right now, it's not looking too good. But anyway, let's watch what we do have right now, and we'll cross that bridge, or we'll find out when we get to that bridge if it's even crossable or not. So let's go. Oh my god, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If it was a zombie apocalypse, just for, just for the sake of it, like I'd be probably collecting very expensive things that I would never be able to own otherwise. Just because, like, why not? Oh my god, look at these pictures, bro. And of course he's half naked, because why? Why not? Oh, that's another one on the bucket list. Alright, cool. Nah, we finally gotten to the point to where water and food is becoming an actual issue. Or electricity, because the power grid's down, the water stopped working. So yeah, now we're getting into the nitty gritty. Things are getting real now. Y'all ain't got time to be playing around. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, now that all the city lights are off and there's no power, you can actually see the stars in the sky. This is a sight you never see in Tokyo. Wow, that's... I do like I said, I really enjoy the fact that these two fucking meatheads can find a silver lining no matter what. Like, here they are mulling over the fact that food and water and electricity are basically gone now. And they just take a look up at the sky and they're just like, yeah, but look at this fucking view. Getting all nostalgic thinking about being back at home. You live on the countryside, you can see stuff like that all the time because those little small towns and areas aren't that bright at night. But the cities, man, good luck. Good luck seeing a sky like that. Water, canned food, toothbrush, nail clipper, camp stove, cook set. I mean, those are all pretty essential, with the exception of probably the nail clipper. But he's a big dude, he can carry all that stuff. Oh my god, dude. Now, normally I would say that's ridiculous, because he's like, I gotta have some extra underwear just in case I, hook up with a chick. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. But no, not really, because he's already done it thus far. Is that the gaming system? I'd have probably brought the game too, not gonna lie. 3 to 4 hours, man? Holy crap, how much gas do they have? They haven't figured that whole situation out either. I don't see no gas tanks anywhere. I don't think that motorcycle can go for 3 or 4 hours. All right, and there goes the RV of the dead. They're gonna get an RV. That's pretty cool, though. That's like, obviously, you'd want something like that if you're gonna be traveling around. Although, I feel like an RV is pretty easy to get into for zombies. Maybe not? I don't know. Yeah, they sure do run into each other a lot. Man, how many times are you gonna have to get declined? Like, she has basically rejected you. What is this, the third or fourth time? Like, she clearly ain't interested. Although, she says that, but one of the only reasons she survived the last encounter is because they were there. So, I don't think they would have survived if... Or she would have survived if Kensho and Akita weren't there, so... I don't know, man. Good lord, 100 freaking zombie movies? She must have had a lot of time on her hands. And it turns out that great minds think alike, because they were both talking about getting an RV. The only problem is, they have driver's licenses. She does not. And not only that, I don't know how old she is, but I've only seen her ride a bike, so she might not even know how to drive. That is yet another rejection. My man does not give up. He said, isn't it poor risk analysis to... Got her with her own logic. It is funny when she's caught off guard and she drops that resting bitch face and, you know, makes some other expressions. She's very cute. Why do they think yelling is the move here? And almost, okay. In almost every scenario, they found themselves in a place that appeared to be relatively safe. They were screaming at the top of their lungs and zombies showed up. This is becoming a constant for them. So I got a feeling that that's exactly what's going to happen here. Because you don't know what's in these RVs. You don't know what's behind them. Like, y'all are being way too careless. And he's naked again! Oh my god. We just can't. It's literally impossible. You cannot go a single episode without this man getting naked. I mean, I'd be happy to see a jacuzzi too, but... Just try, man. Just try to keep your clothes on. One episode. Man, her ability to just analyze situations and really break down what would be the best scenario for them is very, very good. Very good person to have on your team in a situation like this. Somebody who thinks rationally to balance out the other two crazy people. Okay, that was not the exterior we're looking at right now. Are you kidding me? That just looks like a regular van right there. It's like some shutters. That was not what we just saw. What? Maybe that was just like their fantasy version of what they felt it looked like, but what I'm looking at right now is not what they just showed me. Those are two completely different things. That just looks like a regular ass van. I mean, sure, but like you're trying to decrease your chances of dying, right? The objective is to not die, or at least that's hers. You guys are trying to live a life of luxury, ain't thinking about how you're gonna get this freaking thing around. Also, too, the larger the vehicle, the more gas it takes. The larger the vehicle, the more gas it uses. Like, there's so many things you have to consider. Like, come on, guys. Oh my god. Yes, they definitely bring out the girl in her, because like any other time she's just this hardcore, you know, straight-faced survival only, but whenever she gets in their presence, her adorableness comes out. Right on cue. Right on cue. Just like I said, these freaking idiots screaming at the top of their lungs. Jesus Christ. They do this to themselves. Well, we knocked another one off the bucket list and they managed to get an RV. My question, though, is how much gas is actually in that thing? And how freaking lucky are they that the keys were in the ignition? Or just, like, around and available to be used? I didn't know those RVs... Well, I guess they have to, like... They probably had to pull those RVs in there, so they had to have gas to go in there in the first place. But it's hard to believe that that tank is absolutely full. Man, that's crazy, man. Not a single car on that road, so like this must have just hit and just spread like crazy. But you would still think that there would be at least some people who tried to. I mean, if the roads were that open, whoever managed to get to the road probably got away, you know. So I guess there wouldn't be any people like stuck on the road or in traffic unless a ton of people got there. So yeah, that's probably the outcome. Either the roads are going to be completely empty or they're going to be completely packed. I feel like there's no in between. I mean, sure, theoretically the world is not over yet, but none of you are qualified to make a vaccine. You don't even know what it is. Like, even if you could pinpoint and accurately, you know, assess that it is a virus, what kind of virus? You know, like, how are you gonna get the necessary stuff you need to reverse it or to stop it or halt it or whatever? Like, there's... she says there's still hope, and I guess there is, because there might be other people around who are qualified, but ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Exactly. I was just saying the same thing. If those people do exist, they definitely ain't got nothing to do with y'all. And I highly doubt they're going to want you guys around while they're trying to figure it out. Unless they need some test subjects. But that's probably how we got here in the first place. Oh no. Oh my god. Now who would do that? Were they trying to stop people from leaving? Like, was the quarantine effort, like, was that a part of it to try to stop people from leaving? Because that's fucked. Are we gonna get into a deeper conspiracy story about how this is like an isolated event and some government agency is trying to keep them all in the city or some crap like that? It's Resident Evil type intrigue. What the heck? Oh no. Is that... Holy shit, is that who I think it is? Of course he survived, and he's a fucking gang leader. It's always the pieces of shit. They always are the survivors in situations like this, because think about the tight ship he was running in that company, and how even though he may be considered like a bad leader, he still has the qualities to run people and tell them what to do and lead people, even if it's leading them off a cliff. That's how Negan was, and in The Walking Dead is, you know, he would do what other people wouldn't to keep people in line. So now he's just and now there's no restrictions. Like, he can do whatever he wants now. There's no like legality stopping him or anything. Not that it was really stopping him much before, but like this world was crafted for him. So can we really just take a moment and consider that this man has seen people get eaten. He has seen all types of undead zombies and people, walking around, and very, very close friends that he made are just people who, are relatively vulnerable, getting eaten by zombies and all this stuff. Like, all this horrific things that he's seen. And this man is literally having a panic attack from seeing the manager at his old job. Could you imagine? Like, could you imagine living in a world where fucking undead people are eating human beings, and every time you meet a new person, you watch them get torn apart by zombies? And that's just like, man, that sucks. And then you just run into your boss from your old job, and now you're having actual panic attacks. That's crazy. That is insane. God, why would you even entertain that he could possibly be anything remotely close to a decent human being? Like, you existed in a world that demanded it. That demanded that he be a decent person and treat people with respect and dignity. And now it's in a free-form, free-for-all, everybody do what the hell you want, survival of the fittest situation. And you honestly entertain the idea that he's not a scumbag? Like, that crossed your mind for a millisecond. God damn, Akira, you are so gullible. Oh, come on, dude. You know it's not going to be just for 2 days. Like, you know it. I mean, what else can he really do? Honestly, like, truthfully, what else can he do in this situation? But, oh, and he's such a coward when it comes to this. Like, he's not gonna defend himself properly. I'm glad Kencho and what's her face is there. I forgot her name. Sorry, she's not on screen enough for me to remember her name, and now that she's kind of here, I need to actually remember it now. But I've been saying Kencho and Akira so long, so. Now, is it me, or do these survivors look like they ain't doing a whole lot of surviving? Because it looks like they're doing a lot of hard labor to me. Now, surviving in the zombie apocalypse is hard work, and it does take a lot of hard labor to maintain it. But usually that workload is distributed evenly amongst the people, so nobody gets burnt out, and the overall unit stays strong. That doesn't seem to be the case here. This is his horror story. Zombies are roaming the streets and killing everybody. Not much of a concern for him. Right now, we are back into his horror story. This whole zombie thing is just like a minor inconvenience. But now we have slipped back into Tendo. We have slipped back into Akira's actual horror story. Yeah, she knows what's up. She knows what's up. There was no written contract, and even if there was a written contract that had them agree to to 2 days or whatever. Ain't no laws out here. They can do what they want. They can, they don't have to adhere to anything. They can do what they want. I feel like if half of these people, most of the people here who are still here, if they had the ability to leave, they would have. But once you're here, you're here.
もう腕がパンパンだ。
What are they putting in these trucks? I'm not sure what it is they're actually moving, and how is it that they're moving so much of it that every day they're never finished? That's what I want to know. Like what's going on here? What are they packing and putting into these trucks that they have so much of that this is a never-ending process?
ビールビール。今から冷やせば晩飯に間に合うかな。
It's just beer? There's no way. It's just all beer? What a fucking waste.
いつもはぬるい発泡酒しか飲ませてくれないのにどうしちゃったんすか。ちょっと
And there he is, putting on that fucking facade. Like, there's no way. Like, how do... I don't know. I mean, I guess people in a crisis or in an emergency situation, they'll fall for anything. But, like... Come on, dude. He's clearly full of shit.
ゾンビに物資を運ばせてるのか。
連中
Okay, that's extremely dangerous, but not a bad idea. As long as you're careful and you know what you're doing. I will say this. Anybody who has the ingenuity to take advantage of a situation and utilize all the resources available to them. In a zombie apocalypse, like, zombies are a resource if you know how to use them. They can be for defense. They could be for, you know, hard labor if you want to use them that way and you understand how they work and how to get them to do certain things. Like, you can really utilize zombies if you really know how and you're willing to take that risk. So this isn't necessarily like something evil. This is actually pretty smart. But, you know, obviously you could also use them as a threat against the people who you were supposed to be protecting too. So there's that.
ないか。お前はお前が思っているよりもずっと無価値だよ。
Man, he is really, really traumatized from his previous this is really, really affecting him. Like, that's crazy, man. That is crazy.
どんなに不当な支配だと頭では分かっていても心が恐怖を忘れられないものなのよ。
Oh man, that's it was rough seeing him like that again. You know what I mean? Like back in that headspace. And that's what he does. He brings these people in, he breaks them, he convinces them that there's no way they can survive on their own, that they need him. He gives them these small little rewards every now and then as a little glimmer of hope that, you know, things might or could possibly get better. Like, he's a master of manipulation, man. A true scumbag, a bigger monster, and that's probably why, like, and that's the idea. Is like, these zombies are just mindless creatures. They're only doing what their instincts are telling them to do. They have no will, no authority, no autonomy. They just do whatever their instincts say. But this dude is a true monster. Like, he is an actual monster. He is as inhuman as you could possibly be, even though he's still human. And I think because Akira has experienced that, and that fear has been kind of engraved onto his heart. Like, the zombies just aren't really scary in comparison. You know, give me a fucking 6-legged mutant shark chasing me down. I'll take it. But this dude he is fear itself. He is evil incarnate. But man, that's crazy. Another good episode though. And that's why I really like this show, and that's why I'm really sad about what's going on with it. I really hope things get better with the show, and we can get the whole thing out without too much issue. I hope whatever issues they're going through gets resolved because I love this show. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys on the next one.